I don't think I'll be smoking for this fight. I think I'm going to be really, really irritable and nasty. And this guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me. He's going to be greatly mistaken. I don't think he's faster than me. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
So, just when we thought the bombshells couldn't get any bigger, Tyson dropped yet another shocker 21 days before the big Jake Paul fight. In the same interview where he revealed his plan to KO Jake, Tyson hinted that this might not be his final time in the ring. That's right, guys. Mike Tyson has one more fight left in him. He said that if this fight goes well, he's seriously considering putting the gloves on one more time. Can you imagine that? The baddest man on the planet back in the ring for another showdown. Now, the internet's biggest question is, who's going to be the lucky guy? Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Iron Mike still has to gear up for his fight with Jake on November 15th. Tyson is keeping his cards close to his chest, but just the thought of him taking on another fight has everyone buzzing. Keep watching if you want to know who Tyson is eyeing. Alright, let's break it down. Just a few days before the big fight, Mike Tyson has done it again. He dropped another bombshell interview that's taking the entire fight world by storm. And this one? It's huge. Tyson has revealed that this fight against Jake Paul isn't the end. No, he's planning on knocking Jake out cold and then moving on to take down one more man. But here's where things get spicy. Tyson has his eyes set on a longtime enemy. Yeah, you heard that right. Someone who's been dodging a good beating for a long time now. Tyson didn't name names just yet, but if you've been following his career and his rivalries, there's a certain someone who stands out. Is it Evander Holyfield? Lennox Lewis? Maybe even a rematch with Roy Jones Jr.? The possibilities are endless, and the fight community is buzzing with speculation. One thing is for sure. Whoever Tyson is talking about, they've been on his radar for a while. And Tyson? He's not just looking to settle old scores. He's looking to make a statement. In his recent interview, Tyson made it crystal clear that he's not treating this comeback like a walk in the park. Sure, people have seen other fighters come out of retirement for a quick payday, but Tyson's making sure we all know that's not what this is. He's taking things up a notch. He's been training hard, sharpening his skills, and he's focusing on one thing: domination. He's even said that he's in the best shape he's been in years, which is just insane when you think about it. Because Tyson at 58 is still an absolute beast. And let's be real, Tyson's last fight against Roy Jones Jr. gave us a taste of that power and speed that made him a legend in the first place. But Tyson says we haven't seen anything yet. He's pulling out all the stops for this fight against Jake Paul. He said, and I quote, "I'm not coming in for a sparring session. I'm coming in for war." And if you know anything about Tyson's past, you know when he says something like that, he means it. This bombshell from Tyson isn't just shaking up Jake Paul's camp. It's sending shockwaves through the entire boxing community. Tyson is coming back with a vengeance, and he's ready to prove that he's still got what it takes to dominate the sport. What makes this even crazier is the fact that Tyson doesn't have to do this. He's a legend. His legacy is set. But the fact that he's still hungry for more, still chasing that feeling of being in the ring and taking people down, shows you just how serious he is about this comeback. Plus, Tyson also mentioned that his mindset for this fight is on a whole different level. He's been training like he's preparing for a world championship bout, and he's not cutting any corners. His mental focus, physical conditioning, and pure drive to win are stronger than ever. It's like we're watching Tyson from his prime. Only this time he's got years of wisdom and experience to back it up. He's not just relying on brute strength anymore. He's strategizing, watching Jake Paul's every move, and preparing to dismantle him. But what about this mystery opponent? Tyson hasn't given us the full details yet. But whoever this longtime enemy is, they better be ready. Now, Before we get ahead of ourselves and start speculating about Tyson's next move, let's not forget the task at hand. First, Mike Tyson has to handle business, and that means taking down Jake Paul. Now, let's be real here. While Jake Paul has proven that he's not just a YouTuber playing boxer, this is Mike Tyson we're talking about. Jake may have some wins under his belt, but he's about to face one of the most dangerous men to ever step into the ring. Sure, Jake has been training hard, and he's taken out some big names like Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva, but none of those guys are on Tyson's level. Tyson's boxing career speaks for itself. He became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at just 20 years old, and his knockout power is the stuff of legend. The man's resume is stacked with victories over some of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, Trevor Berbick, the list goes on. And while Jake Paul has been making waves in the influencer boxing scene, his experience is nowhere near the level of Tyson's. Now, as far as hype goes, this fight is on another level. The build-up to Tyson versus Jake Paul is unreal. Social media is buzzing, fans are placing bets, and every major sports outlet is covering this story.
Day two, we're getting ready for you.
Everyone's talking about how this fight is going to go down, and trust me, this isn't just some exhibition match. This is shaping up to be the biggest fight of the year. Netflix has already announced that they'll be streaming the whole thing live, so if you can't make it to the arena, you're going to want to tune in. The fight is happening on November 15, 2024 at the AT&T Arena in Dallas, Texas, and tickets, they're selling like hotcakes. People are paying top dollar just to witness these two go toe-to-toe in the ring. The arena is expected to be packed with celebrities, influencers, and boxing fans from all over the world. And why wouldn't it be? You've got one of the most iconic fighters of all time going up against one of the most controversial and talked about figures in modern boxing. And don't get it twisted, everyone is invested in this fight. Whether you love Jake Paul or hate him, you can't deny the guy knows how to sell a fight. He's been talking smack, calling out legends, and backing it up with wins in the ring. But now he's facing his toughest challenge yet. Tyson isn't some UFC fighter or an over-the-hill boxer coming out of retirement for a paycheck. Tyson is coming in with the intention to end things early, and he's making sure Jake Paul knows that this isn't just a sparring session. If Jake Paul is banking on Mike Tyson's age to give him an edge in this fight, then he's about to get a rude awakening. Sure, Tyson is 58, but let's not forget, age is just a number for Iron Mike. If Jake is thinking Tyson's slowed down or that his power has faded, he's in for a nightmare once the bell rings. Tyson's power? It's still as ferocious as ever. Just because he's not in his 20s doesn't mean the man can't throw a punch that'll rattle your soul. In fact, Tyson's knockout power is legendary. And here's the wild part, it's still intact. There's a reason why they call him the baddest man on the planet. Even at 58, he's working with the best trainers and using all the latest technology to keep himself in prime condition. We're talking about advanced recovery systems, strength training methods, and cutting-edge techniques that boxers back in the day couldn't even dream of. Tyson's team is using things like cryotherapy, which is an advanced cold therapy technique to reduce muscle soreness and inflammation, allowing him to recover faster and train harder. And then there's hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which helps oxygenate his muscles, speeding up recovery time and keeping his stamina at peak levels. This isn't the Tyson from 1986. We're talking about a more advanced version who's maximizing his physical capabilities with science and technology. So, if Jake Paul thinks Tyson's going to gas out early, all of this tech and advanced training is exactly why Tyson is still dangerous at 58, and why he's not thinking about slowing down anytime soon. Tyson himself has said that he's feeling better than ever, not just physically but mentally too. And let's not forget the real reason Tyson still wants to continue. It's not just about proving that he can still hang with the young bucks. For Tyson, boxing is in his blood. This isn't just some fight for a paycheck or a headline. This is about passion, legacy, and the love of the sport. Tyson has said it himself. He's still got the fire. That fire is why he's stepping into the ring with Jake Paul, and it's why he's not done after that. Tyson's got unfinished business, and Jake Paul is just the next step in what could be the final chapter of Tyson's legendary career. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out. So, that's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on this bombshell news? Fill the comment section with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.